Moderna is experimenting with a new vaccine that could help prevent deadly skin cancer from returning or spreading. The new treatment was studied, and over 1,100 patients whose melanoma was in advanced stages, taking a piece of a patient's tumor and using it to build a shot. For more on this, let me bring in Dr. Omer Awan, who's the senior public health contributor for Forbes. Doctor, Moderna is touting this as a landmark moment. How promising does this look to you?
It's promising, Marquis, because we've never seen this type of success in a phase 3 trial for the mRNA vaccine when it comes to cancer. And this is the first time that we've seen this. And melanoma, as you know, is a deadly skin cancer. More than 8,500 Americans will die of melanoma every year. And this results in diagnosis of melanoma in over 100,000 Americans. So it can be very difficult to treat. So this type of personalized vaccine can really move the needle for people to survive better potentially, and it can potentially save a lot of lives.
And elaborate a bit more on just the personalized aspect of this for each patient, because as I understand it, and as I mentioned off the top, they take a piece of each patient's tumor and they use that to build this vaccine. So how exactly does that work?
That's exactly right, Marquis. So what happens is that this vaccine essentially provides a set of instructions for your body to recognize the cancer cell specifically based on the tumor biology of the cancer itself. And what that does is that then primes the immune system to then target the cancer cells and effectively kill the cancer cells. And it's only targeting cancer cells. Remember, for chemotherapeutic drugs, the target is both cancer cells and normal cells. That's why we often get unwanted side effects like loss of hair, for example. That's not the case with this mRNA vaccine. This is personalized to your specific biology, and it's only targeting your cancer cells, which is why so many people are excited about it.
Yeah, and how long would it take to personalize a vaccine for you? Because to your point, like, you can't just walk in and get the shot if you have melanoma. I imagine that takes a while to build. Do you have any idea what that timeline looks like?
Yeah, it's actually quicker than you would think. Typically, these patients have had melanoma, they've had it surgically removed, and then that surgical removal of the tumor gets studied by a lot of scientists for the genetic sequence, the actual sequence of mutations, and then the vaccine is formed potentially in months. So it can happen in months because all you need is a sequence of genes to make the vaccine. You don't have to grow the vaccine in a lab per se, which is what traditional vaccines do, which can take 6 or 9 months. We're talking about 2 or 3 months once you know the sequence of the genes for the tumor.
Yeah, and I think it's important to underscore, too, this is an experimental treatment that they're studying in a clinical trial. How soon do you think this could be available to patients?
Well, this is a phase 3 trial, which is the last phase before they would then send it for FDA approval. So I think probably couple months here or there. They still need to get more data. We need to see the actual data to assess whether the magnitude of the effect is, what patients will benefit from this, what subgroup of patients per se. But I expect this in 4 to 6 months to hopefully be cleared for FDA approval.
And melanoma is the 5th most commonly diagnosed cancer in the U.S. There's about 112,000 new cases each year. And the American Cancer Society projects about 8,500 people will die from it this year alone. What should patients be asking their doctors about this vaccine today?
Well, what I would ask is, well, what is the long-term survival? We know that this could potentially decrease the risk of the cancer coming back, spreading to the other parts of the body. Well, does it really improve my survival? How long will I live if I were to get this mRNA vaccine? That's one question I would ask. I would also ask, what subgroup of patients will this really benefit? That's an important question that hasn't been teased out with the research itself. So still a lot of questions, but certainly a very promising tool for many patients that may not have other opportunities or other options in survival.
Yeah, well, we're praying it gets the full green light after this trial, and it offers hope, that's for sure, to a lot of families and patients out there. Dr. Omer Awan, thank you for your time, as always.
My pleasure. Thanks,
We'll be
Marquis.
following that closely. Okay.